I want to be the last one standing. I see so many people who explore this nomad capitalist stuff, who dip their toe into this nomad capitalist stuff, who do this stuff, who get it set up, and then something happens, and then they back off. Sometimes it's pressure from their family, sometimes it's their girlfriend doesn't want to live away from her sister anymore, sometimes it's any number of things. And while I think everyone should do what's best for them, what I really struggle with as a voice in this industry is that people almost too easily give up because they cave to the very forces that got them interested in this to begin with. Go where you're treated best is anathema to most people. It is human nature. We all want to go where we're treated best, but so many of us have been programmed to find excuses to give up, to find excuses to not treat ourselves best, to find excuses to be subservient to other forces, to find excuses to let other people dictate our lives. And I see that so much. For me, this is not a fad. This is not a flash in the pan. This is not a temporary thing for me. It's a way of life. And I've decided to make it my way of life because I base everything I do around how do I go where I'm treated best. Whether it's what restaurant do I go to or whether what country do I live in. And for the rest of my days, I will adapt to what treats me best. Now, what treats you best today may change. People say, Andrew, when you have kids, maybe you'll want to live somewhere different. For now, I don't. If at some point in the future, I no longer have a business, I no longer have an income, I'm living off of passive income, listen, maybe I'll go live somewhere else. Maybe I'll go where I'm treated best then. But until my circumstances change, until I'm no longer an entrepreneur and working with 7 and 8 figure entrepreneurs, and as long as I'm in that 7 and 8 figure entrepreneur world, I'm gonna go where 7 and 8 figure entrepreneurs are treated best. And when I see someone who goes offshore and they enjoy all the benefits of that, and then they just decide, no, I'm gonna go back and live in Austin to be the CMO of my buddy's new startup, I just ask myself, why is it so many people can't adapt to living in a place that's potentially better? Why is it the default setting is I've got to go back to be in Austin and be in the C-suite in my buddy's company? Why is that the default setting? Why isn't the default setting I don't like living in Austin, I like living in Southeast Asia, so I'm just gonna do that thing which I like. Or I'm gonna go back to San Francisco because I'm gonna be a cannabis investor, and I'm gonna, rather than building something overseas, rather than building my life, rather than building this concept of I can go where I'm treated best, I'm going to go back and chase the latest thing. I don't understand it, and that's just me. But I think if people put a lot more thought into where they were going to be in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, if people focused on the generational wealth building impact of going where you're treated best, if people really focused on, hey, if I live this nomad capitalist lifestyle, if I live intentionally, every single thing that I'm doing is going to have a positive effect 5 years, 10 years, 20 years from now. For my kids, for my grandkids, I'm setting the stage for something great. But it's all too easy to go back to that short-term, in the moment, to succumb to the emotions of, oh, but my default is the US, or my default's Australia, or my default's the UK. Or, okay, like I'll pay lips, I'll go to Puerto Rico, and that's like the middle ground. And listen, if you want to live in Puerto Rico, you can save some money on tax, and that's cool, but it should be because you want to live in Puerto Rico. I really, truly believe in this stuff, so much so that I've built my entire life around it. I have burned the metaphorical bridge with my country of birth. I have come and I have made hundreds of these videos, written thousands of articles to tell you my experiences, and you know what? A lot of people don't like that. And I've defined myself as that for good and for bad because I believe it's the right thing. Not for everybody, but for those of you who are here, I want you to examine changing the default switch, changing the default position, that it's not where you're from, it's where is best. What's best can change based on your life situation, but it's not going to continually bounce back to where you're from. I don't want to be the mortgage guy in 2005, the debt relief guy in 2008, the gold guy in 2010. I'm here to build. I'm not here to jump on the latest fad. And again, I don't think everyone is going to do this. I'm not delusional that everyone is going to be a nomad. Most people like where they live, but you didn't just get like a hunger pang for maybe I should get a second passport. There's a reason that thought is there. There's a reason that you thought maybe I should go offshore. There's a reason you thought, hey, maybe I should live in Asia. And the fact that you get married is not an automatic disqualifier for, oh, I've got to go back to where I'm from. The fact that you have kids is not a disqualifier that you have to go back and live on the family farm. The fact that anything in your life changes merely means reevaluating what best means. And I guess what really frustrates me is seeing people who go through the hard work, who put in the time, who put together the structures, who create the lifestyle. They do so many things that I'm talking about. I had a guy start building his network of homes and starting to organize his closets. And then, oh, something happened. Oh, we gotta go back. We're giving it all up for good. Not temporarily, for good. We're giving it all up. It doesn't work for us anymore. This thing we spent all these years building, one little thing happens, we're out. It saddens me that people put so much effort in only to abandon it because their girlfriend gets tired of it or their husband doesn't want to go along. And just do what you want to do. Don't succumb to everybody else. You got one life. You have one life to do what you want. And when you're 80 years old and looking back, I don't want you to have regrets. I have no regrets. I don't regret because I always focus on what do I need and what impact is that going to have later. And I think being the last person standing will be truly what is the happiest thing for me. Hi, I'm Andrew Henderson from Nomad Capitalist. I wrote this book, which you can find on Amazon, to distill a lot of the stuff we talk about in these videos and a lot of the stuff I've learned over the last decade plus traveling all around the world, teaching you about how to legally reduce your taxes, build your personal freedom, and create wealth faster. Definitely get a copy of this book if you want to learn more. Now, if you want to watch more videos, make sure you subscribe to our channel and make sure you click the notifications bell so you never miss one of our new videos with more tips on how to go where you're treated best. And if you're already a 6- or 7-figure entrepreneur and you'd like to put these strategies in place for yourself, go to nomadcapitalist.com and learn about how I can help you.